Are you changing your oil every 3,000 miles because that's what mechanics told you? You're being scammed. That little sticker on your windshield telling you to come back in 3 months or 3,000 miles is making someone rich, and it's not you. Quick-lube chains, which first entered the market in the 1970s and are often owned by major oil manufacturers, have perpetuated the 3,000-mile myth to increase business. Today, I'm exposing the most profitable lie in automotive service and showing you what your car actually needs. Let's get straight into it. The 3,000-mile oil change is automotive snake oil. It may never have been necessary to change oil every 3,000 miles, and quick lube businesses have perpetuated this myth to increase business. Here's why this matters. Every unnecessary oil change costs you $40 to $80. If your manufacturer recommends 7,500 miles, but you're changing at 3,000, you're doing 2 extra changes every 15,000 miles. That's $80 to $160 wasted annually, multiplied by however many years you own your vehicle. But it's worse than just wasted money. Unnecessarily frequent oil changes lead to millions of gallons of extra oil being extracted and disposed of, which can be harmful to the environment. California actually launched a public service campaign specifically targeting the 3,000-mile myth because of the environmental damage from excessive oil changes. So, where did this scam originate? The 3,000-mile recommendation made sense in the 1970s when engines had looser tolerances and conventional oil broke down faster under heat and stress. But that was 50 years ago. Advancements in oil technology and engine design have extended intervals, with about 70% of 2019 models using synthetic or blended synthetic oils. Modern engines are built with tighter tolerances, better metallurgy, and computer-controlled systems that dramatically reduce oil contamination. Here's what actually matters. Most car owners' manuals recommend changing oil less frequently than 3,000 miles, usually after 5,000 or 7,500 miles. Honda officially recommends 7,500 miles. General Motors, with their Dexos oil standard, recommends 10,000 miles. BMW, using synthetic oil, says 15,000 miles is appropriate. These aren't suggestions from people trying to sell you oil. These are engineering specifications from the companies that designed and built your engine. So why do quick lube shops keep pushing 3,000 miles? Follow the money. One of the largest oil change chains, Jiffy Lube, is owned by Pennzoil Quaker State and has an incentive to sell as much traditional petroleum-based oil as possible. More frequent changes mean more business, more oil sales, and more profit. The economics of the quick lube industry demand pushing customers to change oil more frequently, whether they need it or not. Here's the uncomfortable truth mechanics don't want you discovering. Your owner's manual, sitting in your glove box right now, contains the actual oil change interval your engine needs. Open it. Look at the maintenance schedule. That number is what engineers who designed your specific engine determined through thousands of hours of testing. But quick lube shops ignore that completely because following manufacturer recommendations would cut their business in half. Now let's address synthetic versus conventional oil. Synthetic oils like Amsoil, NEO, and Redline are created specifically to last 25,000 miles or 1 year before needing a change. Even basic synthetic oils safely handle 10,000 to 15,000 miles. Synthetic motor oil withstands higher temperatures, cleans better, and lasts longer than conventional oils. Yet quick lube shops still slap that 3,000-mile sticker on your windshield, regardless of what oil they just put in. Here's another myth they profit from. You've probably heard once you go synthetic, you can never go back to conventional. This myth is not true. Motor oils labeled as synthetic blend already contain both conventional and synthetic oils, and you can switch between them without concern. This lie keeps customers locked into premium-priced services based on pure fear. What about severe service driving? This is the escape clause mechanics use when you question the 3,000-mile interval. They'll say your driving counts as severe service requiring more frequent changes. But here's what severe service actually means according to manufacturers. Severe service includes towing heavy loads, extensive idling, making mostly short trips under 5 miles, or operating in extremely dusty conditions. If you're commuting normally on highways, you're not severe service. Stop letting them convince you otherwise. Many modern vehicles have oil life monitoring systems that calculate the exact interval based on your actual driving conditions. Oil life monitors track temperature, load, idle time, and driving patterns to establish custom intervals, typically landing between 5,000 and 7,000 miles for normal driving. These systems use real data from sensors throughout your engine. They're infinitely more accurate than a generic 3,000-mile sticker, yet mechanics tell customers to ignore them. Here's what you should actually do. First, open your owner's manual and find the manufacturer-recommended interval. That's your baseline. If your vehicle has an oil life monitor, trust it. Follow the maintenance schedule in your owner's manual, and if your car has an oil life monitor, trust it. These systems are engineered specifically for your engine. Second, use quality oil, meeting the specifications your manual requires. The brand matters less than meeting API and ILSAC certifications your engine needs. Third, if you genuinely drive under severe conditions, follow the severe service schedule in your manual, not what a quick lube tech tells you. And fourth, you shouldn't keep the same oil, whether conventional or synthetic, in your car for more than a year regardless of mileage. Time matters too, not just miles. Let me be clear about what won't hurt your engine. Changing oil at 3,000 miles won't damage anything. Frequent oil changes will not harm your car, but they're usually not necessary, so they might hurt your wallet. Fresh oil is always better than old oil, but you're throwing money away following a schedule designed to maximize someone else's profit, not protect your engine. The engineers who built your car already determined the optimal interval. Follow their guidance, not a sales pitch from someone who profits from your unnecessary visits. If this just saved you hundreds of dollars in wasted oil changes, hit that like button. Drop a comment telling me how often you've been changing your oil and what your manual actually recommends. I bet most of you will be shocked at the difference. And if you want more truth about automotive scams and what your car really needs, subscribe to this channel. Next week, I'm exposing the transmission flush scam and when you actually need this service versus when shops are just emptying your wallet. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Remember, your owner's manual is free and unbiased. That sticker on your windshield is neither.